Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to EGL. It's another race for SLR Tier 1. Today we're here at Mexico. I'm Icewind, and joining me in the commentary booth is Jensen. Hello, Jensen.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We started 10 minutes later than we were supposed to. Thankfully, Icewind was able to jump in and help me out. So, thanks to him, we have this stream at the moment. Tier 1, SLR, Mexico. We have a lot of drivers not here today because we drive a little bit earlier than we are usually do because of F1 qualifying in 1.5 hour. So a lot of reserves, fresh blood, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what everyone can do in this qualifying.
Yeah, in the 5 minutes I had time to prepare for this stream, I wrote down a whopping 2 pointers for this race. I couldn't really think about anything else. I haven't really done any practice for this one as usual. I wasn't even gonna race, but I think that there's like a possibility for differing strats here because I think the 1-stop and the 2-stop is pretty close to each other. I'm not entirely sure about that. Maybe the 1-stop is better in the end, but I think we might see some attempts at a 2-stop as well, because you don't lose so much time here in the pit lane on this track. And then the other point here was track limits, which are at least as strict they were at least as strict they were last year in last year's game. I can't speak today, but I'll try and do that. So yeah, I don't know if you have anything else in mind, Jensen, for those.
I think you summarized it quite nicely. What I saw in the Tier 1 chat is that people were still debating strategies. I already saw soft, medium, soft in my screen. Maybe some people will go for the 1-stop, like you said. And yeah, track limits are always harsh here. And we see a nice little traffic jam in qualifying here. All the cars are basically out. Only 5 cars are still in pit lane.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the main points for this race. And I see you have the standings up for the viewers.
Yeah, just quickly to go through them. So Hugo is the champion already. He is ensured it a couple of races ago, I think, already. But and the Williams in the constructor side has nearly triple points to everybody else. So so Copy and Hugo have been the dominant team this year. Gary, he's actually racing today, so we still might have some fight for the P2 in the championship. So theoretically, I think even Pretorius might be in that game, but he's a bit too far, I guess, for that. But yeah, Gary and Copy still fighting out for those podium positions at least.
Yeah, for sure.
And I guess I'll just hop on the game stream then, and let's get this show on the road. Who is the first car on track, actually?
I think it's Hugo. At the moment, it's Galileo, I think. He's right in front of him. I will quickly browse through all the cars.
Yeah, I'm hopping on board with Galileo. So it's Tier 1, so it's the fastest tier in SLR. No assists, of course. And I'm expecting a possible 12 here in quali. Even I managed a 13-1, so I expect Hugo and maybe some other. We actually have some idiot racing today as well. So
yeah, he's crossing the line as we speak. He did a 113.3, but was that an invalid one? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, minor cut for him, but already showing he's in the low 13s on his banker lap.
Yeah.
Not shown on screen.
3 times on the board so far, 14-3, 14-4, and 14-7, and now Bantz goes across the line for a 14-9. So nothing groundbreaking on the first runs. As I say, that Astro Boys goes with a 13-7, so that's a pretty good banker lap, I would say.
Hugo left the session. We have a few drivers having problems with the game. I will send him a new invite.
Okay, I'll see if I can pick up anybody. He would still be on a lap. I think Cupson is on a lap, and he's probably the last guy who is out there on the first run. Everybody else has either already set their time or invalidated their first run. So Capson across the line, and that's a 13.9. He goes second.
Yeah.
Fastest.
Okay, we got Hugo back already, so that's good for him. I hope the lobby stays stable. At least it's on friends only, so if there are tier 1 races that have a small disconnect or something, they can rejoin on me, just to know that. So yeah, we should be good. Yeah, and I think it's time that the drivers go out again for a second run.
Yeah, Mercy Marco here is... well, that sounds really weird saying it like in an English way, but I guess it's better than saying it in Finnish. But anyway, Mersu is on a lap here. He's about the only car on track who is on a lap at the moment, I think, so following him around. He's having a little bit of trouble there in the double right-hander. Rear end steps out on him.
Yeah, difficult corner, low grip.
And there's a little bit of traffic ahead of him that Williams gets out of the way. And even more traffic, there's a Ferrari, and he's right on the apex for him. That's not very nice, is it?
Yeah, that has costed him time.
Yeah, that's a bit of a block, so there might be some action for the FIA after the race, but we'll worry about it later.
Yeah, exactly, like you said. Drivers, of course, stream their races, so if there is evidence, they will probably report it. Welcome to all the viewers in the stream as well. Wow, Dragon, of course, driving, Fedefara, and the rest of the guys watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, Dragon went across the line with a 15.5, but he's on the mediums there, so...
Yeah. Gary also has the mediums fitted. He's actually... yeah, he must be going for a lap now.
It's only an 18.5, so that's not really...
sandbag time.
Yeah, I guess so. I wonder if he's just lifted in the final sector or something, but I'm a little surprised to see even those guys on the mediums out there. Because the mediums are quite a bit slower for quali at least. Then again, I haven't really been following the races this week, so I don't know if somebody's gonna try a medium hard or something like that.
Yeah, or medium soft, but yeah, usually we do the medium stint in the middle stint and not as the first one.
Yeah, because you lose so much track position, and yep.
Yeah.
Is that Bajarn basically stops there in the first sector.
But on the other hand, this is maybe the most easy track to overtake.
Yeah, Copy goes fastest with a 13.6, by the way.
We are slowly getting to the low 13s, but not quite there yet.
Yep, some idiot.
Yep. Yeah, the usual suspects. They should be the first ones to probably go there, and yeah, some idiot started his lap first sector.
Yeah, let's follow him on board here. Hooks the first few corners pretty nicely, and then approaching the sector 1 split. Let's see what the clock thinks about this one. I think he's already set an invalid time, 27.7. That's pretty good for the first sector already, so well on his way for at least a low 13. Let's see what he can do in the middle sector. Runs a little wide there in the double right-hander, and then onward to the S's. Let's see how he can keep the throttle pinned down through here, and it is a bit of a lift there in the middle section, but then sector 2 split, and that's a 54.8, so he's comfortably going fastest at this rate at least.
Hugo just went through sector 1, 27.6, already a tenth faster than some idiot. I will follow him, or we see on screen that some idiot is finishing his lap. Yep,
13.5 only, so well, I say only because I thought it might have been a little faster than that based on what I saw there, but yeah, he's still got some time left on the board. And then Hugo.
Yeah, looking good up till now. 2 purple sectors.
Yeah, stadium up on some idiot.
It also looks neat and tidy, to be honest.
Yep, and hooks up that final corner nicely as well, and then it's just a run toward the line, and it's 13.3 for Hugo, so that's comfortably fastest so far, a little bit over 2 tenths faster than some idiots.
We are getting there. Astro out of the last corner, also 1.5 tenths up on his time. Ooh, he aborts at the last second. He didn't think it was too big of an improvement, and he didn't want to waste time. He probably has 2 2 more sets of soft tires, so he might save himself a little time there by jumping into the pit at the last second.
Yeah, NJJ also coming across the line. He doesn't have a time on the board yet, sets a 15.4 and goes 14s at the moment. Let's see, who else can we pick up? Pretorius is also on a lap, and he's marginally up on his time in the first sector, but he's lifting big time now coming into the stadium, so... yeah, he's invalidated, that is why.
Meanwhile, we have the debut of 2 SRL Timo.
Yeah, that's... yeah.
It's finally his debut in Tier 1. Of course, normally one of the commentators with Mr. Terra Incognita, but now driving for a race here for his debut. He's in P5 at the moment.
Yeah, not too bad from Timo, 13.8. So, yeah, as I say, I've barely followed any of the action this week, so I'm not entirely sure what kind of times I should be expecting for the, let's say, the midfield here.
Yeah, I think 13.5s or something,
yeah.
13.6 maybe.
Hugo is pitting, so up. My spectator menu is bugged now. Okay, never mind. I got it working again.
Okay, yeah.
Who else is on a lap out there? Justin is not on a lap.
Oh yeah, my spectator menu was also bugged.
It was stuck. I had to press S to get it fixed. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, Tipsy at least starting his next run, and he's only got a 16.4 on the board. I'm sure that Tipsy can also do better than that, so let's see what he can do. And that time is actually set on the medium, so he's now on the softs out there. He's 10.5 up into Sector 1. And from what I understood in the chat, that Tipsy hasn't put in a lot of practice for this week's race, but he's been doing pretty well the last few weeks, so let's see if he's managed to hook up some time here on this lap in the middle sector. Pretty good through the S. It's a bit of a big lift there in the middle of the fastest section of the track, and then he's second up, so he should be possibly jumping at least to the top 15, let's say.
Ooh, did Dragon crash out in the meantime?
Yes, he must have crashed out there in the S's, actually.
Yeah,
that's true. He's see his car wreck on the track map there, and Tipsy goes across the line into P14. Now let's see, I'm riding on board with Copy here.
And, he invalidated in the first sector. I was watching him.
Okay, so yeah, I saw Dragon's car there in the wall, so he's lost it out of the S's and went into the wall and lost the wheel.
Yeah,
and
that's a big shame.
Commenting that on the chat. Unfortunately, we saw your car wreck at least. We didn't quite see the crash though.
Astro is 3.5 tenths up, but
right.
he's also invalidated, unfortunately. But
that would have been a fast lap from Astros. Astros also found some confidence in the last 2 races, I think.
I mean, he downplays himself a lot, but he's still a driver with a lot of potential if he can manage to hook a lap up. Definitely a driver who can be in the top 5 if he gets it done.
Yep, some idiot. Also on a lap here. Yep. Sorry, interrupted you there. I'm
yeah, that's fine.
Yep, some idiot coming through the S's on his next attempt. DRS Open. This is the new DRS zone introduced already last year, but we have it in this year's game. So some idiot is 3 tenths up, by the way. So if he just gets this final section right, it runs a little deep into the stadium hairpin there, but let's see if it's still enough to beat Hugo. The split times would seem to think so, and yes it is. It's fastest by just under a tenth.
Yeah, and you saw how much he hugged the inside out of the last corner. It really helps a lot with those couple of hundreds you might need to get pole here, because you can see at least between some idiot and Hugo the gap is really small at the moment.
Yep, Timo I think has invalidated as well. He's just probably gonna drive back to the pits. I wonder if he does have a set of tires left though to do one more run. Who else would be? Mercer Marco is on a lap here, and he's
invalidated.
Yep, true. Just as I say that.
Ooh, Tipsy out of the S's right behind him. took a lot of risks, but I think he's still finishing this lap. He didn't invalidate. He's really close to improving his time.
Yep.
Let's see if he can hook up the last sector. Ooh, a little bit hesitant. I think he's going to the pit now.
No, I wonder why would he go across the line though.
Yeah, he lifted a bit at the end as well. Oh, he's on old softs. That's the reason probably. It's 3-lap old softs. So I think he's just maybe doing this for practice.
But wouldn't it have made sense to pit there and actually get a fresh set under him? Because, well, I guess he's gonna get a fresh set for the race anyway. Yeah, maybe he's just getting some laps in. I don't know.
Or maybe he goes for the medium, but he have to go to the pit really soon then now. He still wants to set a lap on mediums, but he probably will have free tire choice anyway.
Hugo on a flyer here once again, 5/1000 of a second up into sector 1, and then hooking up that double right-hander really nicely actually. So this is looking good for Hugo. Let's see what the clock thinks of it into sector 2 split in just a few corners through the S's, and slight lift there into the middle section of the S's, and then sector 2 split coming right up, and he's just marginally up once again. And there's a little bit of traffic there, but he maybe got away with that. But let's see if this is enough to beat some idiot for pole, provisional pole anyway. And Hugo coming across the line, keeps it pretty tight to the line as well, and he goes fastest with 6/1000 of a second.
6,000. My word, so they are close.
Indeed, and okay. Bailey at least is on a lap here as well. Our former EGL champ, Bailey Thompson.
2.5 tenths up.
Yep. Looks pretty good through sector 1 at least. It's car's a little loose maybe through the S's, but let's see. It seems pretty fast anyway, and Bailey into the sector 2 split, and that's a really good sector split for 2. He's 6 tenths up, so this could potentially put him in the top 5 here if he can just keep the stadium section under wraps and hits the apex nicely into the final corner as well, and then it's just a charge to the line, and it is a 13.5, and he goes P3 indeed. That's good lap from Bailey.
For sure. Lots of drivers on out laps. They are going for their last run. Timo just crossed the line. He's starting his flying lap.
Yep, following Pretorius here in the middle sector. He's 2 tenths up on his time into sector 1. Pretorius with a pretty conservative 14.3 so far. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, we expect him higher. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, just 2 tenths up. So he might be able to snatch at least Bans, possibly Justin if he can really hook up the final sector. He's run a tiny bit deep into the hairpin at the stadium section, but let's see what it is across the line. Pretorius charging to the line, and it's a 13.9, so he does indeed jump 3 guys up to P8, but still not quite as fast as I would have expected from him maybe, but
Timo and Astro doing both 27.8s in the first sector. Timo is already in the last sector. 2.5 tenths up. Invalidate there. I'm afraid he did.
Yep, looks like it is a red lap for Timo, so no improvement for Timo. He's in P7. What about Astro?
2.5 tenths up.
Yeah, so Astro could possibly. Could he go up to P3 here? Galileo, by the way, has jumped up to P3 as well, but he's done. Is that right? He's done 2 laps on those softs. That's not good.
Oh, Astro looking really good at the moment. I think he might jump some people here. Only Copy. Copy is only 300s up at the moment. So that's just not enough to get Astro. He's right on his time. His last corner needs to be really good. Out of the last corner, early on the throttle, good traction. And he takes it back.
Yeah, just about by about a half a tenth. And it's really close up there. Look at that. So from 3rd to 6th, it's a tenth of a second.
Yeah, it's all in 1 tenth. Ooh, Timo with Gary. They touched a little bit.
I think those are AI.
Oh, those are AI. Yeah, it looked really strange.
Yeah,
looked really aggressive.
Yeah, it's the AI driving like a. Yeah, look at that.
quali is done, of course.
Yeah.
Look like Vettel Hamilton in Baku.
Yeah, and just Pretorius putting it in the pit box, and our quali is done. So Hugo on pole with a 13.2. Some Idiot very, very close. It's nice to see Some Idiot, by the way, on track in SLR once again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I think he drove a few races in the beginning of the season. So good to see him on track as well.
We will see though if Hugo's pole is gonna hurt him in the run to turn 1.
Yeah, and Galileo with a nice third place in quali. But if I'm right, he did 3 laps or 2 laps on those softs, and that's probably not the most ideal situation for him. But he's managed to put a good time on the board in third position. And then we have Copy, Bailey, Astro, Timo, Pretorius, Cobson, and Justin rounding up the top 10, and then P2 in the, or P3 in the championship, Gary OC down in 12th, so he's got some work to do for the race.
Yeah, he's gonna do some overtaking, which can be pretty fun. I think Galileo might be in the best spot to start this race because he will get slipstream behind Hugo, and curious to see what will happen into turn 1 in a bit.
Yeah, track position wise definitely the best spot, but he's got those that one extra lap on those tires if I saw that right, so we'll see if that hurts him in the first stint at all, or if he can look after his tires well enough.
That might hurt him, yeah.
Astro saying in chat he's bottled all his laps. Kind of. I wouldn't say completely bottled anyway, but yeah, you could have done a faster lap than that. We saw that, Astro, so couldn't quite hook up the final sector. And that was in Discord chat, by the way, not the stream chat.
I saw it.
Yep. Anyway, loading into the race lobby. So this is this the third last race of the season? We still have Brazil and Abu Dhabi to go after this. Yeah, so
Brazil and Abu Dhabi. Yeah.
Not a long while to go, and then we'll have a little bit of a Christmas break here at SLR, I think, and get on with it again with the next season after the new year, I think. Yep, and onward to the formation lap we go indeed. I'm just gonna set up all the right graphics here. There we go. So Hugo on pole, followed by Some Idiot, very, very closely, only just 0.06 of a second between them in quali, and then it's another close back, Galileo, Copy, Bailey, and Astro, and it'll be interesting to see if there is anybody at all who can mount a challenge to Hugo and Some Idiot here. They look to be a little bit faster than the rest of them.
Yeah, Copy might be the only one who can stay close with them, but he has Galileo in between. All depends on the start as well. It's a long run to turn 1. A lot of positioning before turn 1, so let's hope it all will be clean. And we'll see the predicted pit stop strategies, at least in my screen. It's I didn't expect to see hard runners on the grid, but we have 3 of them.
Yeah, because I think I saw some bit of some race where at least I think it was Timo who was on hard tires. So I'm without safety cars. Is it gonna be a one stop to soft to hard, or is it gonna be maybe soft medium soft? I suppose we're about to find out.
I think soft hard is possible, but I think the hards are that slow that soft medium soft might be faster.
Yeah, especially if you don't get stuck in traffic, but. Then up to the grid we go. We have one of the longest runs to turn 1 on the calendar here at Mexico, and the pole position is not the most ideal place to start here, but you can defend pretty well with overtake in this game. So should I try to take the start here?
Whatever you want, I can do it as well.
Yeah, I can try. We'll see how it goes.
You take the mic. You can do this.
Alright, so the last cars are forming up on the grid there, and Then we'll have the starting lights. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, and we have yellow flag already in Sector 3. What is that about? Maybe nothing at all, and then the traditional wait, and then we finally get going. Hugo seems to get a really good launch off the line. Some idiot slots in behind him in second, and it's a bit of a crash at the back there! Oh no! So that's
contact
a massive...
with Copy. Copy is off as well.
Oh no, so Copy...
that must be a safety car, but is it?
A virtual safety car. Yeah, and so Hugo, some idiot, and Bailey Thompson up to third as well. Pretorius up to fourth.
Oh my god, that was a massive crash there.
Yeah, what on earth happened to them? So they just
yeah,
together.
I think Galileo was on the left, and maybe Copy squeezed him a tiny bit to the left, and they yeeted into the left wall.
Surprised nobody lost a wheel there, but
yeah.
But yeah, we have virtual safety cars, so should get under racing in a few corners time again. Hugo, some idiot, Bailey, Pretorius, and Astro in the top 5 at the moment. So the Mercedes boys having a pretty good race so
look
far.
at Copy, he has no wing at all, and it's a virtual safety car. So Galileo and Copy are basically out unless there comes another safety car or a real safety car in this race.
Yeah, Galileo also has wing damage, I think, and then we have.
Yeah, Copy rage quitted. He knows it's pointless from this point. Shame for him.
Yeah.
Really wanted to see him drive with Hugo and some idiot, of course. But we are underway again. Hugo with a good restart, 4.5 tenths.
Yeah, some idiot getting a pretty good toe here on the main straight on Hugo as well. Is he possibly going to try something in the turn when he's getting closer?
Kupson is trying to overtake Justin, really deploying a lot of battery. Only 38% left.
Yeah.
And he takes the position, but Gary breaks a little bit late straight behind him. He's in P9 with the hard tire. Also interesting to see. He's sliding a lot, probably not enough temperature in the tire at the moment.
Yeah, Gary and Benz, I think, both had a pretty good start there on those hard tires, so they're in the top 10 now.
Yeah, Benz, although does have a penalty already. Let's see what that's about. That's a 5 seconds, so that's basically...
Wonder if it's some sort of a crash under the VSC or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. What else can we pick up out there? So Hugo trying to stretch his legs up front. Bailey seems to be following some idiot pretty easily, and also Pretorius and Astro. Well, there are basically no gaps until Gary, who is about a second down from Justin at the moment on those hard tires.
Yeah. Good to see both of the Mercedes drivers in the top 5 as well, running in formation like they did in Japan as well for quite some time.
So Copy joined the session again. Is he? Is it maybe just to? I don't know. He's in the car again, so.
Yeah, maybe he's still going to retire the car in the pits, or he's like, maybe there's still something possible. I mean,
there's always a possibility of safety car and getting back to the race with that, but he's got a lot of overtaking to do. And let's see what else.
We have in the back, we have Mersu Marco looking at Benz a little bit. Softer tire compound, of course. We have Tipsy behind him on a softer tire compound than Mersu Marco again, so interesting to see.
Yeah, I seem to have lost my intervals for now for whatever reason, so I'm a little bit blind to those gaps right now. I'm just trying to follow what is happening here, but nothing really so far. I think Bailey is still within DRS range of some idiot as well, so all this
he is, but he is slowly dropping out, as you can see.
Yeah, he should get DRS here on the main straight though. That should help him maybe catch up a bit again. Or is he possibly out of DRS? He is actually.
Ooh, so
that is big. Pretorius in the meanwhile behind him does get DRS, so could he try something in the turn 1? He's not deploying, so maybe...
he's low on ERS. He's probably gonna wait, maybe on the next DRS zone. He's really close now.
Yeah, Pretorius seems to have pretty good race pace considering he was maybe struggling a tiny bit in qualifying.
Yeah.
Don't think he's close enough to overtake here.
And we know from Pretorius that he can drive pretty cleanly around corner cutting
definitely.
stuff. Ooh, a little bit of smoke in the background. I think Justin locked the wheel there.
Yeah, and we have some kind of a battle at the background there, so that bans Tipsy Bob, and I think Mercy Marco has overtaken both of them now there on the medium tires. So he's making some headway there. Copy sets the fastest lap of the race, so he's chosen to race on. Well done from him. So
Benz is really struggling on those hards. Not a lot of grip. Picked up another 3-second time penalty, and is really under pressure from Tipsy at the moment, who's of course on 2 tire compounds softer. So much more grip. Ooh, and we have Dragon looking at the inside of Tipsy again. But there's a traffic jam behind Benz.
Yeah, and a lot of penalties being picked up there. So Benz, Dragon, Bajarn, and Galileo, all of them got a penalty there. And Benz, was that Benz going into the pits? He's had enough of those hard
retiring.
tires.
He has had enough of the race. So, of course, already 8 seconds of penalty as well. So yeah, didn't look that positive for him.
I guess so. I was a little surprised to see him call it quits there. And Pretorius, by the way, that's a commentator's curse. If I ever saw one, look at that. He's picked up a 3-second penalty.
Yeah. I did that.
Yeah.
I'm the new Timo.
Yeah, indeed. So just as we were praising him for usually keeping it within the white lines, he chooses not to do so on this occasion. But yeah, and copy another fastest lap of the race on those fresh softs. Let's have a look at quickly on the most positions gained. So Pretorius, even with that penalty, has picked up 4 positions so far. Bailey also 2 positions, and then Justin, Gary, Dragon, and Tipsy making also good gains. And and who is that spinning around? Is that what happened there? Bailey. So he's just spun out of the hairpin at the stadium section. That is disastrous for Bailey, and his tires are probably.
Astro on Pretorius, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yeah, let's try and catch that as well at the front there. So I think Pretorius.
Yeah, he's giving the position for now.
Yeah, I think Pretorius was compromised with that Bailey spin in the stadium section, and Astro got a run because of that.
Yeah.
So, and Astro gets DRS for this second straight as well. So the Mercedes
Astro also
boys.
with more ERS.
Yeah, Astro seems to be doing pretty well here. It locks up a little bit as I say that. So.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse is very, very strong today, apparently.
By the way, good to know, if Hugo or some idiot pit, they will be behind NJJ at the moment, so yeah, no reason for them to pit just yet.
Yeah, Bailey, Bailey's tires are completely, I think, overheated. He's just sliding around and he's almost spun again.
And that's probably the reason why he spun in the first place. Because it's all now. There we go. Oh no!
Oh no! That looks so dangerous. I thought he's gonna collect somebody there.
Okay, that Renault of NJJ was really close.
And he's
Bailey has to wait all the time till Bajarn is. Okay, Bajarn is passed. Okay, well done by Bailey by not letting the car roll backwards even more. And luckily no one has crashed out because of that. But yeah, it's all about tire temp management more than tire deck management at the moment. Tires will overheat. And I think Yuga and some idiot are doing a really good job, of course. We know that from them. Yeah, let's see now Astro has clean air. If he can drive away a little bit or maybe pull his teammate along with the group behind him.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the race, if anybody at all can challenge some idiot and Hugo, and at the moment it looks like no, but but I have the wrong graphic there actually, so yeah, now we have tires up again.
Some idiot out of DRS, not a good sector through the S's.
Yeah, that's
but he's right on the brink of losing. Yeah, he's losing DRS at the moment. He's back in.
Yeah,
the intervals were quite strange.
Yeah, Hugo ran really deep into the stadium section there, so he's lost a lot of time there, and some idiot got it back now. So both of them having a bit of a scruffy lap there.
And I think Astro at the moment is the fastest of the group behind him, because he still has a lot of battery. And Pretorius really needs to deploy a lot.
Cupson on Timo on the main straight, and looks like an easy pass with DRS, and Cupson up to P5 ahead of Timo.
Good news for the Merc drivers as well, because them fighting make sure they are losing DRS to the two Mercedes drivers. I can talk either today.
Yeah,
We
we
have a
have a yellow
yellow.
flag. Is that
Is that Bailey
Bailey?
again?
Yeah, it is. So
Yeah, his
Bailey's
race
lost.
is falling apart.
Yeah, he's lost a bunch of his front wing, and I think he's just gonna try. Oh, okay.
Oh, Bailey, don't do that.
Aye.
Virtual safety.
Yeah,
It's
that's
luckily a virtual safety car, but I don't think the FIA will be really pleased about this.
Yep. Unfortunately not, because that's basically against the rules to do that. So
Yeah,
should have just driven to the pits and pressed that retire button. But yeah,
yeah,
I
he was
can.
already close to the pit as well, so a bit unnecessary, Bailey, but
Yep.
oh well.
It
Luckily,
could be that he had some sort of a wheel issue as well. He just didn't turn at all. Hopefully not.
okay,
But
yeah, that's also what Terrace is saying.
yeah, and Hugo into the pits, by the way. So let's see. He's actually, the virtual safety car is still on. So could Hugo gain a few seconds here? I think he's gonna do that. So he's putting the medium tires on. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And this virtual safety car is ending just now. So he might gain, a couple of seconds or something.
He definitely gained time because some idiot can't drive 340, 50 kilometers an hour on the straight.
Yep, Hugo.
So he definitely gained a few seconds.
Yeah, Hugo's come out behind Tipsy Bob here, and he's going to have to clear this traffic ahead of him really fast if he wants to not lose that time that he gained with the virtual safety car. So Hugo, he's going to deploy here on the second straight, and he's going to easily take Tipsy Bob into the turn 4, I think it is.
But it's all these little things. It's a fast overtake, but it still costs you time. Some idiot is of course looking at the track map. He knows where Hugo is. He also sees that there are 2 more cars right in front of Hugo. So some idiot might be staying out for 2 more laps, maybe.
Yeah, could be. Let's see what he chooses to do. Is he gonna do the 1-stop or the 2-stop? He's choosing to stay out for now.
Yeah.
And
Capson picks up a penalty.
And I think neither of the Mercedes drivers pits either. So.
Like I said, Astro broke DRS to his teammate. He also has more ERS left. Pretorius is also clear of the guys behind him. Yeah, and I think Timo now, he was stuck, of course, Timo, in that little DRS train. Timo might now be able to re-overtake Kupson. Or maybe he's playing the long game. He, of course, doesn't have picked up a penalty. And we know Timo's new strategy.
Yeah,
by keeping it plain. By keeping it clean.
Justin here has, in this train, has the best amount of ERS at least, but he's not really able to do anything about it at the back of the train there. So Hugo has now cleared that traffic, by the way. In the meanwhile, I wish I kind of missed that on camera, but Hugo has cleared both Mersu and Dragon, so both of the AlphaTauri boys. And Hugo now has 3.2 seconds to the next car, who is Gary OC on those hard tires. And I think this is looking pretty good for Hugo so far. He is, let's see, 17 seconds from the lead. How much is a pit stop around here? It's about...
I think it's 19 or something. It's not a really long pit lane. He will be a few seconds behind Hugo, but his tires will also be a bit better till the end of the race. Probably.
I'm just thinking the same as Terror in chat there, so some idiot probably is going to try to extend this to a 1-stop now, because Hugo has now committed to a 2-stop basically.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, Justin, by the way, pits for a set of medium, so he's also going for that 2-stop strategy.
Good evening, by the way, Danny. Welcome in the chat. Hope you won your football match.
Oh, he's been playing. How many goals did you score, Danny?
Yeah, Danny.
Oh.
Danny, you should have won. What are you doing?
Yeah,
all right.
The gaps are a little bit calmed down at the moment, because the only people who are within DRS range are Cubson and Timo in this P3 train led by Pretorius. And Astro's actually pulled 2 seconds on Pretorius now, so Astro seems to have pretty good pace. As I say that, he's also picked up 3 seconds, but so has just about everybody in this train.
Yeah, true.
Some idiot still stays out, so he's definitely going for that 1-stop.
Yeah. I mean, as a commentator, you can be biased, but I really want Astro to get a podium here.
Yeah,
Would be good to see.
Yeah, indeed. Astros struggled some this season as well, with a few other drivers as well. Yeah, I'm just having a look at the leader gap here. So Hugo is about 15.7. He's gained another 2 seconds on some idiot in the last 2 laps or so. So Hugo will have a comfortable lead, but he's probably going to have to overtake some idiot with that 2-stop strategy he's running toward the end of the race.
Yeah, both of them might be entertaining us toward the end of the race.
What is happening there in the background? There's a bit of a battle there. So Cobson has actually overtaken Pretorius for P3 there. And Cobson is, they've actually, in this fight, they're dropping from Astro, so they're 3 seconds behind Astro already.
Yeah.
And Pretorius picks up another 3 seconds there. That's
yeah,
very uncharacteristic from him.
Yeah, Astro loving life at the moment. He sees in the top left screen, he sees the driver behind him constantly changing now, so it's good for him, of course. And yeah, still a lot of drivers. Koopson now finally pits and Pretorius as well. They're probably going to undercut Astro, of course.
Yep. And Cobson goes for hard tires. He's going for the 1-stop.
I was just going to say, still a lot of drivers on the soft tires, so probably a lot of 1-stoppers as well.
Yeah, so some idiot and Astro still staying out on those tires. Everybody else, as Tipsybob also pits, so everybody else on those soft tires has pitted so far. So Cobson, Pretorius, Timo, and also Tipsybob, all of them went for the 1-stop onto the hards. So choosing to do that. Hugo and Justin, on the other hand, are on that 2-stop strategy. So it'll be interesting to see what, for example, Justin can do against these guys at the end of the race. He's gonna have to overtake all of them, I think.
Yeah. I think Astro is going to pit this lap. I think Pretorius and Astro are mostly together in a voice comm, so Pretorius got first choice in this one.
Yep. Some idiot coming into the pit lane from this lap, I think. Yes, I'm getting a horrendous camera angle, but there we go. The Racing Point dives
Astro
into the
coming
pit lane.
in as well.
Yep, and that means that Hugo is gonna take the, well, let's call it provisional lead of the race at least, but because he will have to pit again. And where is some idiot gonna drop down to?
I think 10 seconds behind Hugo and behind Dragon, it seems. Yeah.
Yeah, but that... So, some idiot coming out of the pit lane just about now. He's 8 seconds behind Hugo. And I'm afraid that looks to me like Hugo really should have this race covered. If he's gonna go on the softs at the end, he should be super, super fast. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. Anything can still happen. We got 22 laps to go still.
Exactly. Another safety car can shake things up as well.
Yep. By the way, in the pit stop hassle, Timo seems to have lost touch to Pretorius and Cobson for some reason. So maybe he's got held up a little bit in the pit lane. Timo, of course, doesn't have a penalty so far. In the meanwhile, Galileo picks up another penalty. I think that puts him up to 9 seconds. Yeah, and Galileo.
Astro has Koopson and Pretorius in DRS again because he's stuck behind NJJ here in the SS.
Should clear him on the main straight at least, unless he chooses to do it already here in the back straight. He doesn't.
Nah, he will wait for another DRS, which I think is the most tactical move he can make.
Yeah.
Especially if Koopson and Pretorius are stuck behind NJJ the next lap. Have to wait and see.
If Cobson, I think, still has, well, only 24% DRS actually, so
exactly.
He's going to be able to deploy a lot here. And Astro is going to go for it now, isn't he?
Yeah. Koopson is not going to make that one, so that might be good news for Astro at the moment.
Yeah, Astro needs to break this gap once again.
Yeah.
And, yeah, let's see what else happens. So Gary OC hasn't pitted it. He's running in P2 at the moment.
Koopson getting NJJ here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Koopson didn't lose that much time. He's still in DRS with Astro.
And what was the penalty? Everybody has 3 seconds basically in that train.
Yeah, exactly. So Timo isn't in that bad of a spot. Of course, he dropped out by 2.5 seconds, but if he can keep it clean, he's still in contention for a podium here, it seems.
Yeah, definitely. So, and Timo...
Pretorius, another penalty.
Aye. So that's 9 seconds for Pretorius. That is extremely uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah.
you really
Jinx
used a strong curse in the beginning for...
Jinx of the year.
Yeah. Indeed. So Pretorius... I don't know, is he trying to cosplay me or something in this race?
Yeah, maybe an ode to you?
Yeah.
And me?
Yeah, maybe. We've both picked up some penalties over this season.
Yeah.
And JJ pits finally from those mediums. He's gonna go on the hard tires, so that's... and he's... Did he get held? Okay, maybe he didn't get held up. It's... What? His car has just vanished for me. No, it's not. It's... Never mind. It was a bug.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
This great game.
Yeah, indeed. Galileo, by the way, makes a move on Tipsy Bob on the main straight there.
Yeah, I want to say, I see Copy pitting again. Respect, to be honest, that he is still driving, even though his perspective and potential in this race is completely gone, of course, unless there's a safety car in the next few laps. But yeah, he's completely driving on his own. Basically, it's just a practice for him at this point, which you hate to see for a driver, but
yeah, I think I didn't quite catch the entire incident on lap 1 where Copy and Galileo were involved, but it looked like Copy just got collected there. And,
I mean, Galileo started on the left, and I think Copy squeezed a little bit to the left. I don't know how much room there was, but looked like a little bit like the Ferrari Singapore incident, something like that, after the start.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that again after the race, whatever happened there. Dragon sets the fastest lap of the race, 16 flat. And Dragon is on those fresh soft tires. He's going to have to pit again toward the end of the race.
Yeah, double soft stint at the end.
Yep. And yeah, Formula Chris pointing out in chat that Copy needs every point possible because Gary can gain a lot on him in the championship in this race.
True, but Gary still has to pit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good for him, and like the race in Suzuka, Copy gained a lot of points by Gary crashing out.
Yeah.
So he has quite a bit of a buffer still, Copy, but he can't lean back too much in these last few races.
Some idiot is actually only 8 seconds away from Hugo, so he hasn't really lost any time to Hugo on the last few laps here. I'm a bit surprised to see that, so maybe those hard tires are not so bad after all on this track. And Hugo, let's say if some idiot pits, he's gonna be not some idiot, I mean Hugo pits, he's gonna be about 10 seconds behind some idiot in the end.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to catch that back and overtake him. So it's gonna be an interesting
I mean, Gary won't be... Yeah.
Something happening there in the background.
Yeah, Astro and Kupson are fighting. Kupson really putting the pressure on Astro at the moment. Astro not having the best of times on these hard tires at the moment. Yeah. Meanwhile, I looked at the penalty situation to see if Gary might be coming into play as well, while some idiot went past.
Yeah, I think
Gary.
That was team orders there.
Exactly. But Gary has 6 seconds of penalty, so he's not in contention for P2 or P1, but
no.
Yeah, it might be close with Astro at the end of the race.
Yeah.
Or Kupson, for that matter.
Yeah, indeed. Dragon on the move there on those fresh soft, so he's a lot faster than anybody else on those hard tires, of course. Next on the list is Pretorius for him. He's already overtaken Timo.
Yeah.
Timo still might actually, I think we talked about, could Timo still be in a fight for a podium here maybe, because he doesn't have a penalty?
Yeah, true. He's still into play. Well, some idiot picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that really makes life a bit easier for Hugo.
Yeah,
And this is
definitely.
also the moment I'm gonna check warnings for Hugo, and he's on 1 warning, lap 13. So he's keeping it really clean.
Yeah, that's impressive on this track. So Hugo, Timo, and Tipsybub, the only 3 cars on track at the moment who don't have a penalty copy as well, of course, actually in the back there.
Yeah, Tara's saying don't think anything can stop Hugo here. Yeah, that definitely looks like it.
Yeah.
Although he's lucky we are not driving, otherwise he would have been third. And yeah, of course everyone knows that. So yeah,
Yeah.
but he really makes most of this situation.
Yeah, Samediet is actually a little bit faster than him at the moment on those hard tires. So Samediet is doing pretty well on them. Gary has dropped quite a bit back, and he's actually pitting now for those mediums, I would guess.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Hugo is going to do. Is he going to continue for a few more laps on the mediums and then put on softs, or is he going for new mediums? I think he's going for softs probably in 4 laps, but to wait and see.
So Gary on those fresh mediums comes out in P9, but he's gonna be about 7 seconds away from the next car, who is Timo up the road there, and it's gonna be a tall order to catch him, I think.
You know who we also completely missed in this race? Invisible, Justin.
Yeah.
He can also go to the end, so.
I think. Yeah.
And he's only on 3 seconds.
Yeah, I think Justin will have to pit though, doesn't he? Because he's on medium tires, so.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so Justin probably he's got to drop. I mean, points might still be possible for him, but
nah, I think he goes to the he pitted lap 11 for mediums. I think the mediums can potentially maybe make it till the end. I don't know for sure.
Can you do 26?
But anyway, he will lose a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of laps. Even if he can make it to the end, he's gonna lose so much time because the tires will be absolutely horrible at the end.
Yeah, so,
Astro already behind him, so.
Yeah, and Astro gets DRS, and I think he's gonna make this move on the main straight here. Justin, does he even bother defending this one? Yes, he does actually. So, and Astro doesn't deploy at all. So he's just gonna go around the outside. Look at that. So
good overtake from Astro.
Yeah, very good. Nice move from Astro around the outside of Justin into turn 1, and Justin is gonna be under pressure from the rest of them behind him now. And there's also a battle Dragon for. Dragon on Cupson at the background, and he's gonna go around outside as well. Yeah.
If Astro plays this smart and he lets Dragon by on a straight or something and doesn't lose time, and Copson is stuck behind the DRS train behind Astro, Astro might be able to break DRS again.
Yeah, this is looking good for Astro now.
Yeah.
Astro managing to drop Justin a little bit, at least about 9/10 so far. Justin is gonna get DRS on this short straight at the sector, what is it, 2-3, whatever. Okay, I kind of lost my train of thought there, so forget about that one.
Timo also, Timo and Pretorius really dropped the ball pace-wise at the moment. They're both struggling on those hard tires. Timo still can make a pretty nice jump, and I think, but
look at this, Justin gets DRS on this straight, so this helps Astro Boys even better.
Astro has a double shield on Copson at the moment.
Yep. And Justin gets that first chicane all wrong, and actually, he's still gonna get DRS here, of course, but I think Astro should be able to break that DRS now in the tricky, twisty section of the track.
Gary in clean air, P9, only 5 seconds to Timo, but there comes a point where Gary will be at the end of the train, and his tires probably will be not that great anymore as well, and then he's stuck in the train, so curious to see. Penalties are going to be really important at the end of this race.
Indeed, Copson, as you say that.
Up a penalty.
Oh my word.
Timo will be so proud of me.
Yeah, so Cupson on 6 seconds, Dragon on 6 seconds, Pretorius on 9 seconds, and then Justin, Astro, and Samediet on 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary on 6 as well.
And Justin seems to be able to follow Astro now. Look at this. So he's not really dropping back anymore. Dragon, in the meanwhile, is getting kind of frustrated here behind Justin, I think, because he was on those softs.
Dragon should save a bit of ERS and just pit this lap. Get out of this train, put on new softs. He needs to do it anyway, so better to get out of the way here.
Yeah, I think if he pits now, he should go for medium still. I'm actually not sure which tire did he start on.
Yeah.
Probably mediums, right?
I mean, some idiot did 12 laps on softs, which knowing some idiot, it's the furthest they can go, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, maybe he needs to race 2 more laps on these softs, but yeah, it's costing him time at the moment.
And there's penalties being picked up left and right at the back there. I saw at least Bajarn copy actually is not running last anymore, so Bajarn and Galileo are both behind him. Galileo has chosen to pit for those medium tires. And Tipsy and Fox are fighting. Oh, these two have a bit of a history. Fox gets it all wrong out of the exit of... is that
Dragon is almost pushing Justin out of the last corner. Yeah, he's definitely going to overtake him now. Justin also no DRS, so it's easy now. But yeah, Kupson is still stuck behind the two of them. He's deploying a lot now. He's only on 3%. Don't make this 3 wide if it doesn't have... Yeah, he's wise enough to not do that. Dragon with an enormous send around the outside on Justin. Yeah, and now Kupson is still stuck because Justin will get DRS the next lap.
Yeah, definitely. Kupson is still stuck behind Justin for this middle section here at least. We also have another battle here on the main straight. Fox on Tipsy Bobs. Tipsy just overtook Fox on the last lap there in the middle sector, and I think Fox is gonna get this back once again. Into turn 1. And these two have a bit of history on track as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we watched the fight between Dragon, Justin, and Kupson. Astro is driving away into the sunset at the moment, and yeah, he's absolutely loving this.
Yeah, Astro really strong on race pace today.
Oh, Gary went really wide out of the S's. Holy crap. Yeah, he didn't lose the car, but just kept the throttle on it. But yeah, he's closing in on Timo, of course, with those fresh tires. Yeah, but it's still a little bit of work to do. And yeah, when he's past Timo and Pretorius, he still needs to drive 3.5 seconds to Kupson. So I don't think Gary is going to catch Astro and Kupson that easily.
No way. And I think he's also got those 9 seconds as well, so...
Yeah, exactly. Is it 9 or
it's
9 or 6?
I think.
Oh, it's 9 at the moment. Holy.
So a lot of penalties today.
So yeah, at the moment, for me, it looks like Astro has this under control for P3, at least for at the moment. And yeah, Timo might gain a few positions.
Yeah, I think Timo is still in net P4 or 5 possibly here. Let's see. Because Dragon and Justin, I'm almost certain that, well, at least Dragon will certainly have to pit. Justin, unless he's gonna try some really crazy strategy to drive 25 laps on mediums, he's gonna have to pit again as well.
Exactly.
So Timo, without a penalty, is in a pretty good position.
You go in the pit. Sorry to interrupt.
There we go. Yep. And that's gonna be soft tires, right? Yes, it is.
It's gonna be really close to Astro, I think, right in front of him probably.
Yeah, Astro blasting down the main straight. And I think Astro's gonna get
right behind Astro. Yeah, it's close. It's close.
Yep. But
Astro, knowing Astro, he won't put up much of a fight with Hugo. Probably gonna let him by next lap.
Kupson in the background as well, and Justin into turn 1. So Kupson picking up a place there.
Yeah, Timo also blasting past Pretorius at the moment.
And Dragon, by the way, pitted as well. I was just wondering, there's somebody missing in that pack, but yeah, Dragon pitting for those fresh softs.
But look at the damage done. Kupson is now 3.3 seconds behind Astro.
Yeah.
Astro is gonna let Hugo pass on the next main straight. Well, letting pass, he doesn't really have as a choice. But Astro isn't going to lose time with Hugo, and it's the only driver that is going past. So Astro has a nice little buffer behind him at the moment.
And Astro could possibly play it smart here and actually get some DRS assistance, but I think he's, you know, Hugo is gonna get that DRS, isn't he? Unless he's gonna send it here, no.
I don't think Astro is going to be able to stay in in DRS because 2 tire compounds softer, the fastest driver of the grid as well. Yeah. He will be out of 1 second, but the best thing for him is he doesn't lose time. He can slipstream a little bit here, which also helps a bit. So it's really looking good. And Copson only on 5% ERS. And Astro has half a battery, so he has stuff under control. Timo low on ERS. Pretorius has 3%. Gary overtakes Pretorius now. He closed the gap now rapidly. Pretorius is fighting that, of course, helping his teammate. Koopson 5-second time penalty as well, so he's falling back. Yeah, Timo is in net P4 at the moment, and Gary has 9 seconds. So for Astro and Timo, it's looking really good at the moment.
Yeah, and in the meanwhile, Justin also pitted for that last pit stop. He's on the fresh softs now as well. And what did Copson really pick up a 5-second penalty? What was that for?
I will take a look.
That's very strange.
Huh? It says invalidated lap time penalty plus warning a few laps before.
So he's got a 5-second penalty for a little cut in turn 2, says Formula Chris in chat. That's
okay.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, nice game.
Yeah.
You go 15.1. Yeah, he's closing down now rapidly,
but he's not as close as I would have expected. Some idiot, of course, has that penalty, so I think Hugo should have this covered. He's gonna be so much faster for.
Yeah, but he will be coming at him with, I think, maybe 2 seconds a lap for the first 2 laps.
Yeah.
And knowing Hugo, he wants to win it on track.
Yeah.
So it should be an exciting end of the race. Although it would have been better if some idiot didn't have a penalty.
Gary OC also on a charge here. He's past Timo as well, so he's on track in P5. And what is that? Is that a yellow flag for?
What happened there? It's one of the Alpha. It's a Red Bull.
It's Bayarn, I think.
He also retired there.
Don't do that. I wonder.
Don't give a safety car. It will mess up for the
And the car is on track there. We have a yellow flag, so I think this is not going to be a safety car, but that's not what we want to see. If you have to retire a car, please try to drive into the pits and look at that. That's very dangerous. His retired car is driving still on track there. You are, I just remind you, everybody watching this, so you are responsible for your AI driving on the track if you choose to retire there.
Yeah, and it's really a dick move.
Yeah.
For example, Gary has 9 seconds of penalty. But he has a big gap to P8, for example, and it would all evaporate if you cause an unnecessary safety car. So don't screw up other drivers if you don't have to.
Yeah, and you were right, Hugo's picked up another 2 seconds on some idiot in the meanwhile, so it's looking easy pickings for Hugo to pick up once again a victory on this season, I think. Well, I've completely lost count how many times he's won this season, but it's probably like, I don't know, 13th time or something like that.
Yeah, let's keep it at too much.
Yeah, so Hugo definitely has been the dominant driver this season, and continuing that streak here today, as it looks, at least so far. He's got another 5.5 seconds to catch up to some idiot who has that 3-second penalty, so let's see. Unless Hugo makes a mistake or picks up a penalty himself, it's a easy pickings for Hugo today.
Yeah, Gary is now slowly driving towards the back of Koopson, who picks up another 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. And that is already 15 seconds. 14, sorry, and Gary has 15 seconds himself. That's
it's insane.
Oh, so there are so many penalties.
Yeah,
Gary has 15. Timo doesn't have anything, so Timo
is P4. Astro can get another 3-second time penalty. And I have to say, a really good race from Astro as well. And a really good debut by Timo.
Yep, definitely.
He's not there yet, but he's well on his way to a P4 at the moment.
About 6.5 laps to go.
Which will really please him.
And the gaps have calm down a little bit here. So only Pretorius is pretty much challenging Timo on track here. Pretorius, of course, also has those 9 seconds of penalties to contend with.
We'll check lap times between some idiot and Hugo.
Yeah, Hugo seems to be just easily driving up to him, 3.6. So within the next lap, he's gonna be within that penalty window.
Yeah, 17.796 for some idiot. Yeah, he's 1.6 seconds faster.
Yeah, there we go. So
it's only 2 more laps and he's in DRS striking range.
Yeah, and no challenge for Hugo here today.
We have to watch Gary.
Yep.
I think. Yeah, he doesn't have DRS yet, but he definitely is gonna have it next lap.
Yeah, some idiot gave it a good run though with that alternate strategy or trying something else. So.
Yeah, you probably saw what the virtual safety car did to him.
Gary will see another penalty, 18 seconds. Oh my word.
Just like USA, Danny and I were driving as the first two, and we saw guys behind us pit under the VSC. Yeah, then you basically know you are screwed. So yeah, some idiot probably knew he made the wrong choice there and tried something else. We will ask him in the interview, but if we still have time.
Yeah, we'll have some short interviews at the end, but
yeah, really short ones.
Yep.
We will only do 3 interviews.
Oh yeah. Gary picks up another. That's 21 seconds. He's picked up another penalty within like 5 corners or something. So that's definitely not going Gary's way at the moment. He's got 21 seconds. He's well, he's probably gonna keep P10 at least, unless he picks up. I don't know.
Unless he disqualifies himself.
Yeah. So.
Here it is. He is going to overtake Copson.
Yep, DRS open on the main straight, and he's really close to Copson. Copson goes a little defensive on the very late move from Copson. I'm getting a horrendous camera angle, but I think Gary's got the move done.
Yeah, really late from Copson.
Yeah, that was a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
But they got away
Gary
with it.
was paying attention, yeah.
And
yeah, the only thing that's going to change now, I think, is Hugo on some idiot. He's Hugo's gonna win this on track.
Yeah, and he's within that striking distance of some idiot now, and if he just wants to, he can probably overtake him on the next main straight coming up just about now. So
only other battle at the moment is Copy, Tipsy, and Galileo. But yeah, let's watch for the lead first. It's gonna happen right now.
Yeah. He's gonna go for it. He's deploying on the main straight and DRS open. Some idiot goes on the outside, but Hugo is just gonna say, I'm just gonna brake later than you into turn 1, regardless of whatever happens. And there we go. So Hugo into the lead of the race.
A lot of effort there, but it's not enough, and he knows it.
Yeah, indeed. And Hugo gets because of the double DRS detection point there. So Hugo gets DRS for this straight as well, and he's. Probably gonna be able to drop some idiot from DRS straight away in the twisty section on those soft tires versus the 18 lap old hards.
Galileo picked up a penalty on the exit of the S's.
24 seconds for him, by the way.
Oh my god.
So that is a little bit too much. I wonder if that's sort of a penalty record for this season in Tier 1.
Yeah, it must be, because WoW and I had 18 or something in Canada.
Yeah.
And I think 27 is disqualification.
I think 30.
Or 30 maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so they're gonna get close to that, but
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully run out of laps before that happens. Last season I saw somebody get disqualified on this track, I think, but it was in the 2S roll race. But anyway, bit off topic. But Copson seems to be still able to follow Gary. Gary, of course, is gotta, I don't know, drop all the way down to P10, I think, with those penalties, or at least close to that.
Yeah, I think Astro can still get another warning before he gets 6 seconds, and
Timo is well outside of that 6 seconds anyway, so Astro seems to be set for that.
For that podium.
Yeah, and he's had really nice pace today as well. He's only 12.9 behind some idiot, and he's on the same strategy as him, so.
He's driving a really good race.
Yeah, and
Good to see.
And he's just like we talked earlier. He's raced wisely today. He's dropped the people behind him in the right places and managed to keep them at bay on strategy as well. So good race from Astro, and he's got just 2 laps to go across the line to finish the race since Prix.
Also, fun fact: this is the 3rd race in a row, I think, where we didn't have a safety car. So
one VSC or 2? One?
Yeah, we had 2 VSCs here, I think, and Kota we had 1, and Japan we also had a virtual safety car, if I remember correctly. Yeah, for sure.
Cubson 3 seconds. So what does that actually make of it now? Cubson also on 17 seconds. That 5-second penalty, and he's gonna pit now.
Why would you retire at the end? Or why would you pit at the end?
I don't get it. Okay. He would have had points here, but he's
maybe he thinks he doesn't make quali if he doesn't retire right now.
He's chosen to. Well, I don't really know what that was about, but
yeah, it was also a bit unnecessary. Only 2 more laps to go, but
is that gonna put Copy into the points here? It is.
Yeah, it is.
So Copy is gonna get that final point at this rate. He doesn't have a penalty, so
yeah. Not that he will. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna be too happy about that anyway. But you know, that's sort of a testament that it's worth it to try and continue anyway, regardless of what happens. So.
I mean, Gary, 24 seconds. I just wanted to say the good thing for Copy is that Gary, the one still chasing him in the championship.
It's just gonna be. Where is he actually gonna be? Let's see. So Gary has 24 seconds. He's gonna be in P9.
Right. Yeah.
About maybe P8.
I think. P8.
Yeah, depends on how the gaps turn out here at the end, but
yeah, he's right behind Justin at the moment.
Yeah, we're on the final lap of the race here. Dragon, by the way, is really close to Timo on the main straight here, so could this be an overtake on track? At least Dragon, of course, has 9 seconds, so this is not for actual position.
Timo is smart about this. He knows he can't lose time, so he's probably not gonna make this really hard for Dragon. Maybe thinks, let him push me along for a little bit, make sure the gaps in front of me aren't getting higher or maybe getting even closer.
Yep,
and by doing this.
The Dragon picks up P5 on track. We'll see in a little while what and Galileo up to 27 seconds, so that's as close to a disqualification as it gets, I guess. But Hugo on the final corners of the final lap of the race, and he's got a win here at Mexico, so it's another P1 for Hugo in SLR Tier 1, already the champion this season, and dominant performance from Hugo. Once again, some idiot finishes with that penalty, 7.4 seconds behind him in P2, and then Astro coming home, just the final corner for him to go.
Yeah,
really good race from Astro, and yeah, we'll talk about it in a bit, but I have another title for him in mind for today. Yeah, Astro third. Gary Ossie comes home in P4, but he's gonna drop down with those.
Oh, there we go. Copy is gonna get P9. I already did the math, and Mercer Marco picked up another penalty, so Copy gets 2 points, and he only loses 4 points on Gary with all that misfortune. So.
And Justin is actually behind Gary there. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Let's see, Mersu across the line, and then we have NJJ and Copy. And Copy, as you predict, should jump up to P9 here.
I think he just gets P9, but I might be wrong about it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
there we go.
0.1
by 1 tenth. That's really close.
Yeah.
But yeah, Copy really did damage limitation here. Good to see he finished the race. That shows some character. I think that horrible, first lap.
Yeah, I've been 45 seconds down after the first lap, or even a minute or whatever it was, and but he's stick to it and finished the race and got 2 points for his troubles at the end.
Yeah, and there's your race winner. Don't we all hate this guy by now? Nah, joking, Hugo. Well-deserved victory once again. Nothing Cody could do with that 3-second penalty as well, and yeah, he got beaten with the virtual safety car. Great decision. by Hugo by pitting. And yeah, like we said, Astro, really good race, good pace, only 3 seconds of penalty.
Yeah.
So
And I'm
nice podium to see.
And I'm kind of thinking Astro for driver of the day here today.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think it's his first podium this season, isn't it? So
Yeah.
he's
Let's give it to Astro. I agree with you.
yeah, back up to speed, starting in P6 and just driving faultlessly today, pretty much. Only 3 seconds of penalties as well.
Yeah, I mean we can give it to to the guy who gains the most positions, but it's also the same cliche. I mean, Dragon did a good. He's an honorable mention for me, P15 to P5. But if you look at how many penalties the guys in front of him picked up, it's not that hard to gain a few positions. So.
And another honorable mention, of course, Timo in P4.
For
no
sure.
penalties. Timo debuting in SLR Tier 1 for the first time. Or maybe, I'm not sure, maybe, but at least for a long while. I don't know if he's driven some race in the past, maybe, but...
Yeah, Timo should be really pleased with this debut. He is. I see it in chat now. Everyone is excited about this race, at least most people. Fun race to watch. Unpredictable stuff happening, especially penalty-wise. So yeah, we have time for 3 short interviews before we really have to go to F1 quali. I mean, basically that's the only reason we held this race earlier.
Yeah, and I also I'm a little bit pressed for time.
Okay. Oh no, you have to end the stream. Okay, let's do 2 or 3 quick interviews.
Yeah.
Maybe by some other people. If you really want an interview, go to Corona Club or one of the other voice channels. We have time for 2 or 3 really quick interviews.
Yeah, nobody yet there in the chat. I was just before we get to those interviews, I'll quickly go through. So Hugo wins, some idiot second, Astro third, and then Timo, Dragon, Pretorius, Gary, Justin Copy, and Mersu Markut Kling that last points finishing position today.
Yeah. And
I wonder if everybody's just gone for F1 quali or something, because I don't see anybody on.
Yeah, Tara, by the way, said excellent commentary, guys. Thanks, man. Really good job, Icewind. Nice commentating with you again. I think we did a really good job. We are still waiting for people that want to be interviewed, but maybe no one wants to be interviewed because everyone wants to watch F1 as well. So we will wait 1 more minute, I think, and otherwise we are just going to end the stream.
I mean, we have seen the race. Astro, at least. Come on, where is Astro?
I will send him. Let's come interview. Gip interview. I will talk in his language, a bit easier. Really quick.
Gip interview.
Okay, some idiot is here. Let's do him, and if Astro still comes, we'll.
Yeah.
Cody, welcome to the commentary booth. We are pressed on time, as you know, of course. But
of course.
Let's hear your story about this race.
So really abridged version. I think I missed the setup a tiny bit. I had a race yesterday where I was a little more happy with my car. Kind of just struggled for front end, a little bit for front end grip, a little bit for rear grip on worn tires. So a little bit of those two combination. I think Hugo was quicker regardless. I just wish I was a little bit closer, you know what I mean? But yeah, just gonna make some more changes. Gonna have a race tomorrow, of course. I'm gonna try to make a better car for that and see what I can do, really.
Yeah, and the virtual safety car probably also was one of the deciders again.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it to come out. I didn't expect it to stay out as long as it did. I think it maybe gave Hugo like a second or two. It wouldn't have been honestly, it would not have been. It did not make enough of a difference, and for me to hold off Hugo, he was still too quick. So congrats to Hugo. I think Astro got P3, didn't he?
Yeah, he drove a really good race.
Good job to him. Good job to him. But yeah, if you want to get things rolling, any other questions?
Well, not from me particularly. Just happy to see you being able to drive in R tier 1 again as well. So good
You know,
fun.
I can't
to see
miss Mexico. I can't miss
you.
Mexico.
Yeah. You're Mr. Mexico.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not from me. Ice, you have a question?
No. We'll try and keep it
Go ahead.
short here because everybody
no
wants
problem.
to get up to that quali as well. So
Yeah.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Enjoy quali, and we speak soon.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. There's Timo. Let's drag him in as well.
Yep.
Timo. He's mute. Oh, there he is.
I forgot to sign mute.
What a nice and good debut by you today.
I would agree. Thank you.
How was it for you?
It was like it was nice, and quali I kind of bottled. In the end I did a lap that was I went down by a tenth and a half by turn 3, and then I still managed to do an invalid 13.4, and I gained like probably a tenth or something in the validation. So like there was potential for an actual 0.4, which would have been amazing, but well, I didn't do it, so it doesn't matter too much. So that was a little disappointing, but still good. P7, and then well, at the start you probably saw. Well, I didn't get off the line, but I still gained at least one position because I dropped to Pretorius, but Galileo and Copy just like
I'm
disintegrated.
I mean, I saw it, halfly. Icewind didn't see it good as well, but was it Copy squeezing Galileo a little bit to the left, and they collected each other into the left wall first?
I do not know. I wasn't paying too much attention. I just saw there was carnage. I like from what the others I was in VC with tried to reconstruct. Like I think maybe Bailey stuck his nose in or something, and then the squeeze ended in death or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was tragic for sure. But I thought to myself, well, anyways, I'll take the position. So
yeah,
I was in P6 or something, and then I got a warning on lap 2 or lap 1, and I got a second warning on lap 6, and I thought, this is going downhill. God damn it.
Yeah.
And I was really worried, and because usually I don't get penalties, but in Rapid Races and SLR Tier 2 yesterday, in both races I got 1, which was frustrating, and I thought, okay, wait, I'm starting off so bad here. I hope I'm not going to get to like 6 or 9 seconds. And the guys around me started getting penalties. I started being mega careful. I managed to, not get any. And in the end, I mean, that made the difference. The others were probably like a little fast. I think I held like pace with Coops on.
Yeah.
I mean, Gary had a difficult race because he started last and he had so many penalties.
Yeah.
And I was a little faster than Pretorius, so I'm happy with my pace. The only thing that bugs me a little bit is that Astro was like so much faster than me. I would have, liked to challenge for the podium, but like as soon as he got through the mess and got into clear air, like I thought it was fine. I thought I could stay in the train, and then like I kept getting updated by Cody and Yugos that like he clears a second and then he gets more and more and more, and then like as soon as I see him on my own leaderboard, because there's only one car between us, he's 11 seconds down the road with 3 seconds of penalties, so like there was no chance.
Yeah.
I think like I would have needed more.
You are going to be so proud of me, by the way, because I still remember. I said on lap 2 or 3, like Pretorius, Icewind said he has good race pace, and said, yeah, and Pretorius is really known to not pick up any penalties. He's really clean, and then he instantly picked up a 3 second. I did the famous Timo jinx.
Hey, thanks.
A couple of times this race, and maybe it helped a bit, but yeah, you drove smart, you kept it clean. Didn't push for battles, what might gave you penalties as well. You played the long game and the smart game, and you were always in striking range of the guys in front of you. So good to see your consistency and pace, and a well-deserved P4.
Yeah, thanks for commentating. I hope I didn't like cause too much of a mess. I'll be back
No,
next week.
I'm not in panic mode that easily, but thanks to
so you're
my
not
epic
So you're not Danny sending me 5 PMs. Timo, where are you? Where are you? Panic,
No.
Timo. Every
No.
time.
No, that's not my style. But yeah, thanks to my epic colleague Icewind, we made a good stream out of it. So happy with that. And yeah, once again, congrats with this before on your debut.
Yeah, I'll gladly watch it back, and I'll head into atrocious 3-hour race. I'm online ACC now, so
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun.
exactly.
See you guys. Bye.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye bye. All right, Ice. We can interview Galileo, but I think we are really short on time. So
he's gonna get 30 seconds.
okay, let's give him 30 seconds. Galileo.
I'll be fast.
We are okay. You already heard it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tell what you want to say about the race.
I just wanted to say that I think I had the pace to like challenge the top guys, but I'm kind of sad that the first lap happened how it happened. So
Yeah.
I didn't get the chance to like race those guys. But I think I had really good pace. I think I was faster than Copy. Of course, he was hoping for a safety car and not getting any penalties, and I was just like cutting every corner, just try like taking it like a practice race, because always the first race from me at any track, because this is my first season, so every track is kind of a new one. So the first race, like I get so many penalties, like 15 seconds. The second race, usually I get like 3 seconds or something. So tomorrow maybe I get good results.
Yeah, and like you said, P3 in quali really showed the potential for this race. So like you said, it's a bummer. It all went downhill so
like
fast.
Second lap on those tires. So.
Yeah, Icewind caught that one as well. Really quick last question: what happened at the start, in your opinion, in your perspective?
I don't know. Bailey said that it was his fault, but I didn't look back. I was driving in a straight line, and someone hit me in the right rear, and I got spun into the wall and lost half of my front wing.
Okay. Well, you have to watch that back later.
Yeah,
then.
I don't really know what happened, but yeah, someone just hit me.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not mad at them at all. It was just unlucky.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer to start the race that way, but yeah, better luck next time. Thank you for quickly telling your story about this race, and yeah, because F1 quali is starting, of course, we have to end the interview here. Thanks for joining us for a quick interview.
Yeah, thanks for commenting.
And, yeah, you're welcome, and yeah, hopefully see you back soon for another Tier 1 race.
Tomorrow at 2 SLR.
Yeah, of course.
Racing, yeah.
Of course. All right. For now,
good night.
Yeah, good night. Bye. All right.
Yeah. So just to wrap up the stream here. So this was SLR Tier 1 Mexico. Tomorrow we still have 2 races to go this week on EGL. We have two SRL Tier 2 at, is it 7 o'clock, I think? I'm not actually sure, do they move it because of the real F1 race, but
I think the race is, I think they probably do it at 8 anyway, because the race is 10 past 6 CET.
Yeah, anyway, we'll, tomorrow still 2 races to come, 2 SRL Tier 2 and Tier 1, and well, just, you know, I don't know, just check the schedule on the EGL channel to check what's the actual timing for those races. We'll I don't know it now, but I think we're gonna wrap it up here to have a look at the actual real life F1 quali and see how George Russell does in the Merc.
Exactly,
today.
That's really exciting to watch. Let's hope he gets it. And yeah, this was the stream once again. Thank you, Icewind, for saving my ass a little bit by streaming and co-commentating with me. I really had fun. I hope it was good for you as well. And to all the viewers, thank you for watching, and see you soon for a new stream.
Thanks, and good night, guys.